Hi, my name's Jeff Fissel, and I'm the VP of Technology here at GP Strategies, and I wanted to give you a quick demonstration of how the Content AIQ platform works. It starts by loading in a library of content or linking to a library of content that you might have. This can be org-specific content, PDFs, videos, e-learning files, in essence, and you load those into the tool, and the tool will deconstruct them and start to understand what's going on within there. If you do load in skill content, it will auto tag it to the skill content and even provide confidence scores and reasonings. This is going to help you understand what topics are covered across different types of learning in specific files. Now, individual files are great, but you got to bring it kind of to the next level to start to understand what's going on. And that's where knowledge bases come in. You have the ability to create as many knowledge bases as you want. And if I go into one here, you can select multiple files when you create a knowledge base, and it will use AI to detect all the core topics that are covered across all of those files. It will lay that out for you. You can validate that information. And then once you do that, it'll actually go down and break apart all those individual bits to store it into a validated database so that then you can start to create new content. We do give you the ability to edit or tweak this information. So if it might have gotten something wrong, you can very easily fix that here. We also give you the ability to chat with these knowledge bases to start to understand what's there. So I could say something like, tell me about the core uh, principles of the X model. And it will, based only on the information in this knowledge base, start to provide me an answer to that question. This is beneficial in two reasons. One, it can become kind of a virtual subject matter expert. As you load technical content in here, your design and development team can ask questions about it, get answers, and hopefully minimize the amount of times they have to go back to the subject matter expert. But then also, this helps you validate that the information in the tool is correct. Because if I'm happy with the answers, I feel confidence that the tool understands the knowledge that I've loaded into it. Once I've created these knowledge bases, you can create as many as you want. You can start to create workspaces. In a workspace, you can associate to as many knowledge bases as you want or specific individual files. And everything you do in here, from chats to outputs, are all going to be specific and grounded based only on the information you selected here. So here's an example where I was asking the tool to help me come up with some practice activities for a live session to introduce the concepts here that we're covering about emotional intelligence. So you can see some examples there. But then you also get to start to use the GP output agents where you can ask it to start to help create new content. So let's say I want to create a course for a new starter course. When I come in here and create this, this is where it's going to ask me some questions before it goes off and starts creating. Hey, who the course for, the audience, the learning objectives, a length. So I can give it some answers that, hey, this will be a base level intro course for new starters. And the goal would be for them to know how to apply these principles in daily work. And I want it to be no less than 30 minutes. So what the series of agents will do here is look to understand what's going on there. It will ask me more questions if it needs to. You'll see it validated the information over there to the side, and then it's going to start generating an idea for a course for me, a course outline. So as it starts to do that, it'll start with kind of a title, description, some learning objectives. I'm probably going to say, hey, these might not be the best learning objectives, but I could iterate with that and choose to kind of evolve them, ask it to change that, all of that. And here it's going to spit out, I believe, one topic that it's going to suggest of what we could cover here. And then I have the ability to kind of continue to chat and iterate with this. So I might say, this is great. Can you please break topic one into four topics? Because I want it to be broken down. I don't want one big 30-minute chunk. I want to deliver this in multiple ways. So in this case, it's going to go ahead and understand that. If it has any questions, it will do that. And then it's going to start to generate those four topics for me. And again, this could be about any part of this. So this is that co-pilot like experience where I can chat with this experience and continue to iterate through the work. This is also saved so that other people in the organization, if you give permission, have the ability to come in and see what you've done. You can come back to it. And if you want to later, you can continue to iterate and evolve the content that's here. So you'll see it's starting to generate the multiple topics. Here's topic 2, 1, 2, and topic 4 is about to be generated here in a second. So you kind of get the idea of what we can do. There are several different types of outputs from assessment questions where I can start to ask it to generate different assessments where you'll see it'll provide feedback for me, all of that. At any point, I can ask it to regenerate new questions or even specific distractors. So I don't like that distractor. I want you to give me a new one here. The tool will go off and do that for me. These don't just have to be multiple choice questions. They can be short answer. They can be true false, or any different types of matching or things like that. So it's going to regenerate the feedback based on the new distractors it's put in. And again, a really easy way to scale the creation of quiz questions around specific pieces of content. We can also start to create, I'll pull up a video script here where you can ask it to kind of create and iterate through a video for you. And in this case, I'll see a multi-scene video with narrator talking through what's going on. I can take this and send it to almost any video creation tool, but we have some integrations built, specifically one here built with Colossian, where I can click export. And what it'll do is send it to the Colossian API, where it will auto create that video for me with a synthetic avatar based kind of video with slides to go alongside of it. So in a matter of minutes here, we're able to take trusted content that we've loaded in, whether that's GP licensed content or content you've loaded in yourself, and then start to create new pieces of learning that we can push out. So in a second here, we'll see that. Oh, of course it failed. You got to love a live demo. I'll click it one more time. And in this case, it should send it over there. I will note that you do have to have a Colossian subscription to do this. We can sell that as part of the AIQ package, but also you can bring your own keys to kind of get that connected. And once you do, the video will end up right in Colossian, so you can kind of finish that publishing process. So we always love a good live demo. Here it goes. And this is going to pop right over here. And we will see the video that we created in Colossian. So again, a really great way to create new derivative content really quickly. So now we have our video with multiple scenes and the exact script that we wrote already in there, ready to publish, and this person will read it to us. So hopefully you get to see the power of what you're able to do with AIQ, how you can take trusted IP and start to create new derivative art however you want. I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.